But what's interesting, so the Mandela effect changes all the official stuff with the company, right? With any Mandela effect, it changes all instances of the official version. So I think they're all significant, but never the really mind-blowing categories like anatomical changes, historical changes, Bible changes, geography changes.
This is a Pinguinati production.
Going to be a quick little video today. And, well, I had a commercial sent to me from Stop & Shop, which is a major grocery store here in America. I don't know if it's in other countries. But, you know, this is a repeating pattern we see. And what do I mean by that? Well, I talk about the Mandela effect a lot on this channel, obviously. But the way in which we talk about the Mandela effect is much different than you've seen it presented in the media. Because they don't talk about the significant physical evidence that we have that completely corroborates with our memories that are already in unison with the majority of the people in the entire world that we ever speak to about this. They don't talk about that, right? So if you read an article on the Mandela effect, if they don't come right out and tell you, oh, it's just false memory, these people are confabulating. Well, what they'll do is they'll show you some things, never the really significant one. They don't talk about that, right? So if you read an article on the Mandela effect, if they don't come right out and tell you, oh, it's just false memory, these people are confabulating. Well, what they'll do is they'll show you some things, never the really significant one. I think they're all significant, but never the really mind-blowing categories like anatomical changes, historical changes, Bible changes, geography changes. They'll stick with products and logos and brands. And there's a reason they do that. Because without a proper explanation, they can present to you what are legit Mandela effects, but they can present them to you in a way that even if they don't come right out and tell you, it will leave your mind in the state of, oh, well, companies and logos and brands change things. This is not really reality being fluid. This is some sort of, if not misrepresentation. We know they lied to us about everything. We know everything's a psyop, right? Wrong. Now they do. We are lied to about so many things, including what this reality is. But the trick here is to misrepresent the Mandela effect, okay? And not let you know that it's more than just memories, okay? Because in every case that I present, it's more than just, hey, all these people remember this. But by the way, you're part of that group. Don't forget that. You are part of the group that has the same memory as the rest of us in unison. So today's example is a perfect one. Bring up my screen share, okay? And anybody that's been watching this channel at all has heard of this. Even people that deny that the Mandela effect is real, they have heard of this. So I know I might not have like a, hey, I gotcha on this moment. But hey, just stick around for a minute, okay? So most famous type of avocado, or one of them, begins with an H. I want you to all picture it in your head. Well, it's already in the title of the video, so I guess we can't really do that. But if you remember Haas avocados, as I do, and as so many others do, you'll come to find out, whoops, that's supposed to be an O. You'll come to find out that Haas avocados has never existed. And it's always been Haas in this reality. So let's discuss that for a minute. Do you really think that not only could we all misremember, and I don't mean all, like everybody in the world, but man, if you ask anybody this, if they have a recollection one way or the other, it's going to be over 95% of people are going to tell you Haas avocados. It's always been Haas now. Now, how is it that here in America, people who see a word like Haas, it looks like pass, right? Sounds and looks like a word pass, which is a very common word. A double S is very common. How would we all take that and somehow misconstrue it into a word with two A's, which we really never see in a row like this, right? And pronounced Haas. So we're just taking the word Haas and running around and pronouncing it as Haas and thinking there's a double A in that? Wow, you really got to jump through some hoops to say nothing's happening here. Now, what's really significant about this one, okay? Take my screen back here. What's really significant about this one is the physical evidence that we have on this, besides just the explanation I gave, which is rock solid. Rock solid. Why? How are we going to misconstrue that word into the word Haas? It wouldn't happen. Never mind millions of people. Everybody I ask, if they have an answer one way or another when I ask them about this avocado, Haas, Haas, Haas. Now in the past, I've shown major retailers, Walmart, Kroger's, and I wish I would stop forgetting one of the other ones, but there were at least three of them, and Walmart and Kroger's are huge.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby.
Angkat panci mertua. Angkat panci mertua. Angkat panci mertua. Panci mertua. Angkat 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 panci mertua.
With any Mandela effect, it changes all instances of the official version. Like when you go buy fruit and it has a little sticker on it, a lot of the fruit companies do that, or all the fruit does a little sticker. Well, if you buy one of the avocados, the little sticker is going to say Haas, because that's what it's always been in this reality now. If you have an avocado, not that you would have fruit in your fridge for years, but if you did, and some of you might, it doesn't matter how long it's been in there. The sticker on it's going to say Haas with the new spelling. If you happen to have an old, I don't know, your little net thing that they come in and, you know, like that, if you had that stuffed in a closet and it's 20 years old, it's going to say Haas, Haas, Haas. But what's interesting, so the Mandela effect changes all the official stuff with the company, right? But it doesn't change everything around it. So the residual evidence that we have on this is very substantial, and it comes from the POS systems of these retailers. If you go to Walmart, at least as of a few months ago, and I can show you a video where we've shown this, if you go to Walmart or Kroger's, you can buy a Haas avocado. The receipt is still going to print you out Haas, Haas, just like I remember. And you remember, don't you? You do. And millions of people around the world remember Haas. Well, the computer systems at Walmart and Kroger's have not updated. A commercial just came out this week for Stop and Shop. Let's have a look at it. An old, I don't know, your little net thing that they come in and, you know, like that. If you had that stuffed in a closet and it's 20 years old, it's gonna say Haas. But what's interesting, so the Mandela effect changes all the official stuff. But what's interesting, so the Mandela effect changes all the official stuff. But what's interesting, so the Mandela effect changes all the official stuff. Haas avocados. So Stop and Shop also must be misremembering, just like Walmart and Kroger's and Brian Stavely and all the people that make Mandela effect videos, and you, because you remember Haas, don't you? We're all just misremembering, deciding to put two A's together, even though we never really do that in the English language, and pronounce this word Haas. And to the point where, hey, these people are putting it in their advertising. Now, if you go to Stop and Shop, this is where it could get interesting. Do your own investigation. Go there and try and buy a Haas avocado. You won't be able to. Now, you might be able to do what I did in Food Lion the other day, and we've done in Walmart and Kroger's. You might be able to buy what says Haas on it, and their computer system might also not be updated. It might print you a receipt for Haas. You should be asking people questions about this, because we should sue these people. Maybe that'll bring some spotlight to this, right? So you're advertising an item that you don't really have, and you sold me a Haas instead of a Haas? Is this a knockoff that you're selling us? The Mandela effect is very real. We have endless amounts of proof that it's taking place. It's not just a memory game. It's not just an American thing. It's not just to do with movies. It's to do with this topics. Everything is affected. You're all affected. We're not a group of crazy people. We're not even a group of people that say had some sort of paranormal experience and we're telling you about it and you're on the outside looking in because you didn't experience it and you have to just try and go if you believe our story or not. You're experiencing this. Now, we're not going to agree on all the changes, but you're experiencing this on many of the same changes as us. And how in the hell can I keep showing that some of the biggest grocery stores in America have these products listed there the old way in which they used to be, according to us, and according to your memory, in their computer systems? How does this keep happening? Well, I'll tell you how. Because it used to be Haas, H-A-A-S. The Mandela effect changed the official, but it didn't change all the residue around it. And we can continually bring quality evidence like this, and some people continually just stick their head in the sand. What? This isn't real. This is just a psyop. Brian's falling for promoting a psyop. Give me a break, man.